Hi ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us today. My name is Matt with 1836 Property Management in beautiful Austin, Texas. In this video we're going to cover pest control for landlords, property management, and renters. Who pays for pest control? I've got to tell you that there is a section to every good lease that determines whose responsibility that is. However, we have some bigger issues that we've got to face which may or may not be inside of that language. One is the tenant's cleanliness. Now, you can give a property to a tenant and it can be absolutely clean, perfectly new build, and if the tenants don't maintain a certain level of cleanliness, you're going to have pests find that attractive. And that's just life. There's nothing you can do about that. And so one of the things we want to do is promote tenants to make sure that they put the dishes away, take the trash out, don't leave food droppings or eat all over the house, things of that nature. And you can't live with them, but you have to make them responsible for certain things which are basic cleanliness. So in those parameters, you would expect the tenant to take care of pest control. Now, we do have other items that we put towards the owner's charges, and the reason being is they may either not be related to the tenant or they may be in support of maintaining the property in an effective way. So one of those would be at move-in. Let's say they move in, and within 3 days they're calling us complaining because there are water bugs or cockroaches in the house. To be honest, in 3 days, they haven't caused that. It's just not necessarily possible unless they brought those with them. Either way, you wouldn't necessarily know, and you're starting off a relationship on a tough foot. So what we'd like to do, this is especially applicable for pier and beam housing, is to do at minimum a one-time pest treatment, because it's just in good faith and it's the right thing to do, and it's very possible that those bugs were pre-existing at that time. So easy, simple, straightforward at that. So if the bugs persist, then you can have a conversation about it, but more than likely during the lifetime of the lease, it is going to be the tenant's responsibility. The other situation arises when we have larger rodents that are not the tenant's responsibility, if you will, or not a result of the tenants. Those could be squirrels, they could be raccoons, possums, and rats. Now, rats could be on the ground level where they're digging at trash, but what they really like to do is get into the attic and make a nice warm home. They'll also go ahead and chew on the electrical wires and ruin the insulation while they're up there. So the tenants may have not caused that at all, but field mice, rats, rodents, possums will even go through, raccoons will even go through shingles, tar paper, decking, and dig into the roof to find a home in the attic. So those are rodents that as an owner you're going to have to take care of. Reason being is the tenant didn't cause those, and your property is going to be at risk if you fail to take care of those. You can't afford a house fire because the rats chewed through the wire or the damage to the insulation, so that's just a good thing to do as an owner. Now, once we get to multifamily housing, whole different ball of wax. We need some consistent pest treatment on multifamily housing, and it's because you're not going to be able to determine if it was tenant A, B, C, D, or E all in a line, or tenant E, F, G, and H underneath them that caused the pest problem. So the best thing to do is get on a systematic pest control routine with the local provider for any multifamily housing, and just keep an eye on it. When that provider is out there, they're also going to keep an eye out for something that's really big, which is bed bugs, and those do happen. And if you get it in one unit, it's really hard to eradicate. So by getting that provider out on a consistent basis, you're going to keep track of the property and what's going on there, and have tenants stay for long term, which is your entire goal. If we can help you with anything further here in Austin, Texas, related to your rental properties or real estate investments, please give us a call, 512-994-4323. Thanks for your time.